hazmat recovery bin. Some of the things we keep on the heavy hazmat appliance. They're stored on the back of the heavy hazmat appliance. We're going to go through the work instructions on how to allocate them to an incident, what sizes they are, where they're kept, and the process involved in doing that. As discussed, here we are with heavy hazmat 85. So in order to locate the hazmat recovery bins, we just have to go inside. We'll just turn some lights on. Okay, so we come into the heavy hazmat, walk down the back section here. What we have is come in two different sizes in Fire Rescue New South Wales. We have two 200 litres on one side and two 200 litres on the other side. Now inside the 200 litre bin we can see there should be a 60 litre. So we should have 4 200 litre bins and 2 60 litre bins. Important thing to note is that number on the side. So Bravo 22093, that's our product ID number to help us track the particular hazmat recovery bin. How we do that, if we go to a job where we need to keep the hazmat recovery bins on site, such as we've decanted diesel, some sort of hazardous material that we can use the hazmat recovery bins for, we then need to sign ownership of those bins over to someone, because we can't just leave them lying around. So the way we do that is we fill in a hazmat allocation book, which is kept in the library on the heavy hazmat. The library in the heavy hazmat is just this simple sort of cabinet section here. So we just open this up. Here we go. In this folder here we have hazmat recovery bin delivery receipt book. So this is 85s, so we open it up, go to most recent section. We can see the process for filling out this bin. So you can see in this particular document we need the incident details, so the date, the time, the location, also the number of stations that responded and who they were, the number of recovery bins supplied, and also their numbers. So we showed you that number on that bin just back there. We then need a site contact, so who is accepting the recovery bin. Now you just need their name, company address, phone number, and make sure you get their ID to confirm that this person is who they say they are. The process of signing over the bin to that person gives them the ownership and responsibility to then organise the removal of that bin from that site, the removal of the contents from within the bin in a safe manner, and also the cleaning of the bin and then returning that to the Hazmat Service Centre, which isn't at Marina Avenue, but it's now at Anzac Street. Now we're going to log into the Fire Brigade station computer, which has access to Wiley. So this is a slow process, as with all things Fire Rescue New South Wales. So we need to go to Wiley, which is located at the home page of Fire Rescue New South Wales intranet. You can click through to the station portal. Find Wiley, which is our equipment tracking database. And we log in. So I have Paul Knight here with me. Okay, so the process we do now is we took the number of that bin, the 200 litre recovery bin in the heavy hazmat. So we're going to work through the work instruction, which is the process for booking out recovery bins at incidents. So first off, we need to find the bin on Wiley. So we can do this a number of ways, but this way we're going to run a query via serial equipment. So we'll pick the first one. Okay, so this is going to take us, and cut this out. In order to find serialised equipment, we click on the Davy pump, which says equipment, find it, move it, and run query. So we run a serialised, because it has a serial number. We're going to do a quick find on serialised equipment, and then we're going to punch in the item code, which is Bravo 22093, and then run query. So there we can see it says that's the recovery bin, 200 litres, it's got the same item code. It's currently on our Hazmat 85, which is its home container and also its current container. So what we'd need to do here is tick the box to the right if we were to move it or leave it at an incident. We'd tick the box to the right. Then we would complete the move option, select move, which is denoted by move up the top in the top right. And then we could move what? So we use the drop down. You can tick only the items I ticked on this page, and then you can do permanent moves. You can use references, and you can put in the notes section there exactly what the incident was, who it was assigned over, and also the number on the Hazmat Recovery bin allocation form. So you can put as many notes in there as you like. Also what kind of hazardous material was kept in the container, things like that. So what we've done is, due to it being a production live site, we've decided not to use that particular one we found on the heavy hazmat. We used it for illustration purposes. We're going to use a different one now. We've found one in the test data, and its serial number is 1007. So we're going to click on the Davy pump icon again, do a quick find on serial equipment, then enter in the item code of 1007, and then run query. From that, you see there's a couple of things to select, but the second to last one is the recovery bin, the Hazmat 200 litre, which is currently with pump 476. So we're going to, can't choose all items, so we'll just have to click on move on the particular item number. Here we are back at Bravo 22093 due to the test site not working. We've selected the item that we want to move, which is just the one recovery bin. So we're now going to move the home container, and then we're going to have a look. We need to select, the container type's already showing. In the region we select external, and then we select in zone, we select loan. Then from the station we select external loan, and then the container is on loan as well. And then we click OK. Okay, so there we go. We've moved a permanent move to on loan. We will also want to move the current container, which will be the same process. So then we can fill in the notes section and just say, we'll put this down as just a test move. And then just click on save. So that's just a test message. So we're done. We can now see, using that item code, we can see the home containers on loan and the current containers on loan as well. And that shows us the movement history. So now, because we just were dealing in a production site and just showing the process in moving, we now need to move the same item back. So we tick the box and then select move from the top right, and tick all the items to be moved. I want to change this. Now we can do a quick find down in the bottom right hand corner. We can punch in 85 and then go to the right, 85 and go. And it quickly picks Chester Hill, and therefore in the container section up in the top right we can just pick H85, which is heavy hazmat 85, and then click OK. So then we'll change the current container as well and do the same process with a quick find. Pick Hazmat 85 from the container and click OK. Then just put in the notes. It was moved back for training as part of a training process. Just click save. There we go. Home container and current container will be moved back to Hazmat 85. We can look at the movement history again. So I went from H85 to on loan back to H85. So that's all done. So that's the end of the Wiley process. We've done what we needed to do there. So in a minute we'll go through the process of ordering another bin. Here we are looking at work instruction 0110, which details the process for how to go through the replacement for a recovery bin and the procedure to be followed. What we basically need to do is we need the recovery bin receipt book copy. The check is to be made that the following information is available. So we went through the process before of detailing the recovery bin number, the incident was used at, the company involved, a contact person, a contact phone number. We also requested that we seek some photo ID to confirm that person, the address, and also the name of the chemical placed in the bin. After this information is provided to a technical officer, they will provide approval for a replacement recovery bin to be dispatched. In the computer entries, that's what we just went through. The recovery bins that have been used at an incident are to be recorded in the Wiley database as being on loan, which is what we just did. And that would also detail the incident, the company involved, the contact person, contact phone number, the address and the chemical etc. that was placed in the bin, and that should all be placed in the notes section prior to dispatching a replacement. Replacement recovery bins are dispatched as per work instructions, ensuring that a new location is entered into the Wiley database. So when a station receives a new recovery bin as a replacement, we should verify in Wiley that that particular bin is allocated to our station as its home container. And that completes this section.